Well, Pete, the subject matter that you're touching is definitely no laughing matter, so I'll take these glasses off. There, serious enough. No, realistically speaking, you are dealing with handguns. Handguns have the power to do good and do bad, but mostly in the hands of the people that wield them. It's similar to a motor vehicle. If you're driving a car or a truck, and you're unfortunately inebriated or under the influence of drugs or something else, and you kill someone, you're going to be held liable for that particular incident. Same goes with a gun. Here in Moncton, New Brunswick, well, actually here for the province of New Brunswick, the government of Canada passed laws that affect all Canadians in regards to gun registration and gun ownership. You're not allowed to carry your firearm in public unless you're going out hunting, and even then, it has to be in a carrying case. Because trust me, if you're walking around the area with an open gun, a rifle, a shotgun, or even an air gun that may look realistic to an actual firearm, the RCMP will soon be down, not, I wouldn't say down your throat, but they'll soon be intercepting you to try and get you to put down your weapon and possibly confiscate it from you. I've never been attacked by them. And of course, I've never carried a firearm in public. I do know that to be able to use a firearm, you do need to go through a gun registration course, which allows you to know the basics of firearm use. Mostly what settings for hunting guns means, like full choke versus no choke on a shotgun, bearings versus actual cartridges, so on and so forth. How they load, how they act, why they fire. I mean, that's basic requirements when you're going to go get your gun license. And after the gun license, you might as well apply for a hunting license for deer, moose, bear. Although bear, I'm not sure if you can hunt with bear with rifle. Some do with a bow, but that's a different story. I just know that there was the gun registration database here in New Brunswick that was housed in New Brunswick, and the government of Canada decided that after X number of years of money being sunk into the damn thing, that they would dismantle the damn thing. So it's money wasted by the taxpayers. Go figure. It's a pity they didn't keep it. It kept registered guns registered, meaning that if you sold the gun, you needed to actually make sure that the paperwork was sent over to the government, so that if I gave you my gun as a gift, if I sold it to somebody on eBay, those things would then pass on so that I would no longer be it, and if the gun was used in the crime, I was no longer the legal owner of the gun. So, end of story. But disarming a nation... The problem with me thinking about guns locked in a house, you might as well not have them, period. Because if somebody breaks in and the guns are in the wrong part of the house and you need to go through the break-in area or where the person or culprit might be, good luck. So, but then again, having a gun for defense is also a good weapon. It's a long-distance weapon, but so is pretty much all the other things. You can buy a taser gun with the proper licensing. You can buy mace that can disable people. You can buy lesser weapons if you've got the money that the army is developing that are used to stop people in their tracks without killing them, such as the goo gun, but that'll be a mess in the house. You've got nets. You've got stun cannons, which basically are pressurized CO2 cylinders for the simple fact of what they are, with a 10-pound beanbag weight, literally, with Kevlar outside shell to stop it from bursting open, shoved into the cannon, and it throws it powerfully enough that it'll actually punch a hole through sheetrock, and it doesn't kill anyone, but it'll either break a bone or two or make them sore for a week, or maybe even 2 weeks. I mean, that's what the government should be putting emphasis on. In fact, that's what people should be getting emphasis on. It shouldn't be using a gun. It should be just making sure, being aware of your neighbors, being aware of your neighborhood, and being aware of the risks that you're in. But mind you, even sometimes certain events do tend to cross over into neighborhoods. So I mean, I can't really say more on the subject matter. When the gun registry went up, I do know this. A lot of people were in arms because it raised the price of owning a firearm. But then again, those that really wanted their firearms kept their firearms. You just can't carry them with you on your person. You can't really carry them in the car, because if you're stopped by the RCMP or by the local police and they search your car, which they have a right if they have reasonable doubt without having a warrant, if they find it and you're not, you don't have ownership, you don't have the right, and it's not with a safety lock on, you're out of luck. You lose the gun, you get fined for getting the gun back, and you may actually lose all rights, all depending on what your criminal record is like. So, I mean, hey, that's the way the bell tolls. Have a nice one.